What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and today I want to talk about the Astro Bot controversy because the newest big PS5 game has somehow pissed off a lot of Xbox fanboys, and I feel like it's for the dumbest reason possible. But I also want to discuss this topic because I feel like the conversation between Xbox versus PlayStation has gotten increasingly toxic. And I want to break this down, including some of the conspiracy theories I constantly see floating about. But let's begin. Hi, hope you're having a great day. And if you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So, if you have not played Astro Bot, the game is truly a masterpiece. I have reviewed the game. I'm very close to the Platinum Trophy at this point. You collect these cute little hidden bots that are in a bunch of different levels. I have 250 of the 300 required bots at this point, and the game is brilliant. You see tons of people throwing around the word brilliant. You see the fact that it has a 95 on OpenCritic. It is technically the best scoring game in all of 2024. The game is fantastic, and more than that, I feel like stuff like this is incredibly crucial to the gaming industry. It's got a small dev team, it's not trying to have photorealistic graphics, it's just fun. So I have been a big champion of this. I did a review where I said it's extremely good, but I noticed it stoked up this strange debate of people, especially on the Xbox side, saying it's not a full game. They're saying it should be free. Like if you buy a PlayStation 5 Pro, you just get a free copy of it. These people on this Xbox podcast are also preemptively saying that it's going to win Game of the Year, and that's not fair because we got stuff like Hellblade 2. Now, I listened to the full clip, and even in context, it's psychotic. A lot of people in the comment section are saying, like, buddy, like, Xbox is just not releasing that many good games. Also, the fact that they're saying that this doesn't count as a full game when Hellblade is like 6 hours if you really drag it out. So trying to say a 15-hour game, 20 hours for the Platinum is not enough game. Yeah, a bit of a strange throwing rocks in glass houses situation. But I also find it weird that a lot of Xbox people are very much getting themselves pissed off for things that haven't happened yet. They're saying it's unfair that the game is getting such high review scores. And I did notice this is just, the replies to it are literally 100% of people saying, bro, you're so mad, you're insane. People just literally replying by laughing. You're an absolute loser. This is the wildest thing I've seen on this app. Somebody did a point-by-point systematic breakdown about how Astro Bot is literally overrated. It should be a soft 91 instead of a high 94. Let me be clear, this isn't my bias, it's just math. Now, pretty much everybody has been replying to this saying, oh, it's a phenomenal game, not a phenomenal game. I just mix those up so often. But even so, I feel like it's funny because there has been this constant conspiracy theory about the idea of media bias. If you watch any Xbox podcast for more than a couple episodes or listen to a bunch of Xbox fanboys kind of discuss the state of Microsoft, they talk about the fact that journalists do us dirty. They claim that Sony gets softer treatment, and I've always thought this was a bit weird because this guy does point out here that there are, of course, websites that are very fanboy focused. Xbox Era, Windows Central, PlayStation Lifestyle. These are websites that I do think do score stuff higher. But I still think, and this is going to be a bit of my own tinfoil hat theory, I think that journalists, reviewers, people like that, you can disagree with their opinion, but it is a real opinion. I mean, like, you can think that PlayStation Era or Xbox Era are rating things too high, but their experience, their love of those games is genuine. When people report on bad Xbox news like studio closures or layoffs and stuff like that, they're not inventing the news, they're talking about actual trending topics. And I find it interesting that people try and act like every part of the gaming industry is just collaborating to hate on Xbox. In fact, I've had people say that I actually like Xbox and I'm pretending not to like it. And I find stuff like that funny because honestly, if Xbox was killing it, if Xbox was doing better, people would be buying the Xbox. You know, it's not some grand, elaborate design for everybody to pretend the Xbox sucks. It's just not selling and it just doesn't have games worth buying. But I see stuff like this as well. This guy, Kareem, he constantly tweets about how evil PS5 is and how PlayStation isn't playing fair by doing exclusivity agreements and by releasing games. Apparently releasing games is unfair to the console market, but he now says that Astro Bot is the problem with today's gaming because they're not releasing it on PC, Nintendo, or Xbox. This needs to be released on more platforms. Now, this guy is a clown, obviously. There has been some debate this year, especially about the importance of exclusives, about how crucial it actually is to the long-term success of a system to keep stuff exclusive forever. Like, is Xbox, the reason it's declined so much is because they release their games on PC day and date? Is Sony making a mistake by releasing its games on PC? This has been an ongoing topic. I think that I am still in the camp where if you're going to make something exclusive but then release somewhere else 6 months later or a year later or something like that, I think it's good. Like, if you're trying to rely on console sales, if, assumedly, it seems like Sony, according to their own financial reports, the success of the PlayStation is greatly holding up the entirety of Sony themselves. So, them selling consoles, them selling goofy controllers and limited edition stuff and tons of games, that is what's keeping them profitable. And then later on, after they've kind of broke even, if they want to release it additionally on Steam for free bonus profit from an extra untapped market and use that to fund new games, that makes sense. So, I mean, I am a weirdo in that I've been saying this for years. I think the idea of even something like Nintendo eventually releasing some of their games on other platforms, I don't necessarily think that would be a bad idea. But also, Nintendo's the number one person that doesn't need to do that. Not only does the Nintendo Switch sell like crazy, but for every Nintendo Switch sold, it's something insane. Like, every Nintendo Switch owner owns like 15 games or 25 games. It's called the attach rate ratio. Nintendo literally has the best attach rate. So I guess of anybody that would make their games for other consoles, Nintendo would be the last to do it. But I kind of think the toxicity around Astro Bot is increasingly confounding because this, I think, is what everybody should celebrate. I think this is the kind of stuff that should be championed above all else, in that it is just a cute game made by extremely passionate devs that's nostalgic and fun and new and great. And also, it's not even $70. It's a $60 game. So, I mean, this to me is literally everything we should want in the system. This is the best of the PlayStation 5. And people trying to claim that it needs to be free or that it's not a full game, this kind of stuff, it's cope. I feel like I don't say that word very much. This is cope. This is a guy with no games to play. These are Xbox fans that are hoping that Starfield's DLC actually stokes some positive Game Pass conversation, but it probably won't. But what do you guys think about Astro Bot? Have you been playing it? Did you watch my review? I mean, it was really fun to do. So if you want, feel free to watch that. But thank you so much for watching this video. And please, if you could, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. By the way, a lot of people have been asking if I managed to get the Concord Platinum because, God help me, I tried to get it. No, I got really close to the Platinum Trophy, but the final stuff I needed to do was basically getting a couple more kills with each character, and I only got to level 60. You had to get to level 100 to get the Plat, and I didn't do it. But I tried. I played the worst PlayStation game ever for like 111 hours, I think, total. It was awful. I'm never, my God, I hate games as a service more than ever, with the fire of 1,000 suns. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.